We're expecting clear skies and hot temperatures this long weekend. Many folks will take advantage of the weather and spend time in the great outdoors. But experts say summer fun can be dangerous for your health.
Folks in this region will be seeing a lot of the sun in the coming days. The UV index in the region generally hovers around the 7 mark or marginally higher.
What they look at is the season, because June, when we got the longest hours of daylight, that's when we also get the strongest solar radiation. The sun is higher in the atmosphere, so that typically would be the period that you get the higher UV index.
There are 2 forms of ultraviolet rays that reach the Earth's surface, UVA and UVB.
The sun gives off energy. It ranges from very long wavelengths like microwaves to short ones, which is the ultraviolet ones. And the shorter the wavelength, the more danger it is to an individual.
UV radiation, whether UVA or UVB, is responsible for up to 90% of melanoma cases, the most common form of cancer in Canada.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in Canada, and the same can be said for in British Columbia. Melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer, and both of them are mostly preventable. The main risk factor for skin cancer is overexposure to UV radiation.
In fact, the Canadian Cancer Society predicts there will be 970 new cases of melanoma and 140 deaths because of it in BC alone this year. It's one of the most preventable forms of cancer, with sunscreen, hats and sunglasses. And some are more susceptible than others.
We recommend that people who work, play, and exercise in the sun for long periods of time, who, like you say, have fair hair, who light skin, light eyes, and people who have had multiple sunburns as a child, that they take extra precautions in the sun.
Typically, the UV index sits at 7 in this region, but the dangers are increased when someone is near, in, or on the water.
If they're forecasting a UV index of 7, if you're out on a boat, you might get 9 or 10 at times. So it's really important, like if you are out there, to have sunscreen or extra protection on, so that you don't get severely burned.
So whether it's a day at Fort George Park or a day on the lake, use your head as home for a hat, that is. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.